Hello, and welcome to Magna Gracia ASMR. Today we are back on Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, and I thought, since my last video did quite well on this topic, I would return to Minecraft and do some mining and some yapping because I love talking. So, I'm sure you noticed in the last video, but I was in the process of getting some wool. Some black wool for the spider that I'm building. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to be building that spider, or if that was just a grandiose idea that I had. Or at least, I don't know if I'll be building it with, what's it called? With wool. Because wool is not that easy to come by. In the sense that, it takes a lot of sheep for just one portion of whatever you're building, you know? Especially if it's grandiose. But I just thought that maybe we could get some diamonds, maybe we could just do some mining and just start talking, you know? And I wanted to build a quarry kind of around this area. I don't know if I want to build it too high, maybe around sea level. And I also want to build it kind of on the path of where we built our railroad. So maybe around here. We can have a nice little dock over there. Yeah, I like that. So let's start. Ooh, we already found some iron. That's awesome. Now, I won't be commenting too much about what is going on the screen, but I will be commenting on just random things that I want to talk about, because I feel like that would be quite nice. So yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is how you all are doing. I hope you all are doing very well. I think it's still summer break. I am in school, I'm in university, and right now it is summer break, which I'm very happy about. Oh, hello. I finished summer school not too long ago, and my final exam was, it was rough. I'm thankful that my professor let us know what was going to be on our exam, like the topics that we'd have to study and stuff, and what we should study. But I made the mistake of choosing the easiest part of what we had to study and focusing on that instead of like finding a breadth of everything we had to study and like getting in a routine of just getting good at the hard stuff, you know what I mean? Which kind of backfired, but I had like a baseline understanding, probably like 70% understanding of all of the topics at hand. It's just some stuff I did struggle on. Uh-oh. And yeah, but I'm happy to be done. Very happy to be done, actually. Because school, I don't know, it takes a certain type of person to be excited about school. And I am not that type of person. Like, I'm a much better worker than I am a student. like, it takes me a lot to kind of get motivated to do school, which I know is not the best trait to have, but it's the trait that I'm working with right now. But I only have 2 semesters left, 1 whole year, which is around 8 months. So it's not too bad. Are we already at? Oh my gosh, we're already at Y12, which is awesome. Sorry, it's time for yapping, not for gaming. But yeah, I'm glad to be almost finished with school because I'm over school so much. And I feel like a lot of people, like, when they get to their 3rd year, 4th year, even 5th year, like, this is my, I guess, quote unquote, 5th year of school. Just because I had my internship with the school, which is learning, I guess. It's just, it takes a lot out of you. And I know people deal with things differently, but I'm not the best student by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I'm such a big procrastinator, and I tend to work better when I'm, like, being pressured to do things for others. Like, in the sense that I'm a better worker than I am a student. I know I said that before, but just as an explanation, I tend to work better when I have people counting on me, you know? Like, my motivation gets higher, I put more pride in what I do, and I self-motivate. But I can't say the same about school, because in the end, I'm the person that has to worry about me, and I worry about me enough. In terms of just, like, overthinking, just existing as a person, you know what I mean? And after school, after summer school ended, after my work ended, I've just kind of been in this limbo state, like, in terms of my routine. Like, I really don't know what I want to do. I know that I want to work out. I know that I should work out and take care of my body. But again, it's that self-motivating that it's just really not an easy feat to do, you know? And, like, I'm not an unhealthy guy. Like, in terms of what I should be doing, yeah, I guess I could be considered on the more lazy / unhealthy scale. I don't like using the word lazy because it's not really indicative of the human experience. Like, laziness for someone is definitely laziness for someone else. Or, sorry, definitely not laziness for someone else. Like, there's definitely a difference between laziness and motivation. And I feel like in my case, it's not motivation, but I get hard on myself, and it's not easy. Ooh. But in all honesty, I am thankful that I don't have many mental health issues to worry about. Like, I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, depression, anxiety, anything like that. And for that, I'm very thankful for. But I know that a lot of people do struggle, and I'm not trying to minimize anybody's experience because I know people with depression and ADHD have a very, very hard time dealing with motivation and just existing, you know? And I'm very thankful that I don't have that experience, but I also sympathize because not having the motivation to do something is not fun. But this morning, I read a little bit of my book. I actually kind of want to maybe read a little bit to you, if you'd be interested in that. I certainly would be, especially in the morning when my voice is even lower than this. I don't know, something about a deep male voice just hits the spot, in a sense. But yeah, I read, and I did a little bit of a workout. I don't want to push myself that much. I've gotten very weak over the years. Like, a while ago, I could easily do like 20 to 30 push-ups in one sitting, and now it's quite hard to do 10, which is quite sad. But instead of dwelling, I'm trying my best to have that be a motivation to keep going and just, work towards something. Like, I want to be strong. I want to be healthy and not have, like, crazy issues when I turn 25 or when I turn 30. Like, being 30, you're not very old. And I feel like people who sit at their desk all the time and just do things that don't really serve you is kind of a recipe for disaster when you go older. Like, something my extended family said a while ago was that this is the time of your life to, like, be strong and do good for yourself. And that was when I was like 16, 17. And it wasn't meant to be in like an aesthetic way, but more in a mental health type of way. Like, don't sell yourself to a life that is easy. Like, sometimes you just have to take the hard way out of things, and that's okay, because, that prepares you for life. Like, life is not supposed to be easy, especially adulting. Like, I don't know how many of you who are still in high school just enjoying freedom, but I know when I was in high school, I didn't enjoy my freedom as much as I should have. Like, if I could say anything to you watching who are under the age of 17, like, find a hobby that you like and enjoy the time that you have in high school to get better at those hobbies and better yourself. I know it may be hard to, like, get yourself to do things because, you're, in your prime and you don't have anything to worry about, but you will have things to worry about. Like, for example, I was watching a Call of Duty YouTuber who isn't that much older than I, and he was talking about how he's been having back problems and just overall problems with his health. And I know part of that might have to do with genetics, but part of it might also have to be due with the fact that there's no circulation getting in your legs. Like, your back is hunched over when you're playing video games. or even working. Like, it's very easy, especially in, oh shoot, in today's society to just, I guess, be good at doing nothing. Because that's kind of what society these days has promoted. Like, do nothing in terms of your health and you'll be successful. Like, sitting at home and, I don't know, investing. It's just not really the best strategy to kind of better yourself. And sure, you'll get a bunch of money. Sure, you'll be quote unquote happy. But what is the price of that happiness? You know? Like, I, for one, haven't really been that motivated to do things that really pleased me in terms of bettering myself, like working out or stretching, but I very much wanted to. But it's just that, like, initial, like, talking to yourself, saying, I will do this, and this will make me better. It's not easy to do that, and I know that. And it probably, not to say that I'm crazy old, like, I'm in my early 20s. I'm not gonna say that I don't have issues, because obviously everybody has their own issues. But I just fear that when I'm 25 or when I'm 30, I will kind of be kicking rocks, in the sense that I'll have this buildup of enjoying, quote unquote, enjoying my 20s doing nothing, not putting in the work, and I'll pay the price, in a sense. And I don't want to do that. So, and the reason why I kind of wanted to make this video and just ramble on about life is that last night I did not have a good night. I was thinking all these thoughts, and they were quite big thoughts. Like, thinking about life beyond school, and because I still live with my parents, so thinking about life living by myself, it's not easy. And I know many of you probably are living alone, and I applaud you for that, because I'm sure it is not easy. But I'm fortunate enough to have a good relationship with my parents, and they're quite happy having me. At least I think so. And I couldn't imagine life alone. I mean, I did for a month when my parents were away, and it was not easy. I had a hard time motivating myself, again, with the motivation to, like, even take out the trash, or, I don't know, dust, clean my room. The only times when I was really motivated were because I had to pluck the zucchini flowers from my dad's garden. Because again, going back to having that expectation of somebody like expecting you to be doing something for them. Like I said, I'm not a great, I guess, what's the word? Not necessarily exister, but I'm not a great self-motivator, I'll say that. But I am a good worker. And I think I should pride myself more on being a good worker and just do better at being a good self-motivator. I think that's kind of what I want my life to turn into. Because this is my 5th year of university that I'm going into. And I need to, step up my game. Because these courses are not easy. And if I want to do well, which I do, I'm going to have to start balancing things a bit better. Moving away from school and miscellaneous stuff like that, I have some things that I've been meaning to do. For example, I've been meaning to learn how to sew. I've been meaning to cross stitch some more. I've been meaning to read. I've been meaning to work out. And I have some just miscellaneous ancestry things because I do family history research. And I've been meaning to do that, but I find myself just, playing Call of Duty or just doing stuff that doesn't necessarily, help me at all in terms of what I want to do. Which is not great, but it's okay. I know I can't expect myself to do everything, which I very much am a victim to. I'm very much a perfectionist. If I don't do something at 100% peak performance, even if I've never done it before, I find it hard to get myself to continue in the future. And it's certainly not a good trait to have. I know people mess up, and messing up is part of learning. But, I don't know, I think I have just this warped mentality of my skills. I'm certainly living in many, many delusions of grandeur. thinking I'm more than I really am. Not necessarily in an ego way, but in a sense that I'm confident, It's delusional confidence is what I'll say that I have. And sure, it's not necessarily true in a lot of ways, but I don't know. It's entertaining. At least I think it's entertaining. But I do enjoy learning new things and trying new things out. I find that quite enjoyable. Sewing. I don't know if any of you watch RuPaul's Drag Race. I love that show. But in season 13, there was a contestant called Utica, and she made a dress, a garment, out of sleeping bags, and I just thought it was the coolest piece of clothing I've ever seen. Like, how can you make a sleeping bag be a fully fledged, like, crazy dress with a train, and just, it'd be so just incredibly cool and well made. I just thought it was outstanding. And I have this warped mentality that, oh yeah, if she could do it, I could do it. Even though I've sewn one thing in my life, and that was a bag. Like a tote bag, which is like the easiest thing to sew. But the thing is, I don't really know where I can find the time to do something like that. Like, okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but I just want to say something that I've done recently. So, recently, as of like 5 minutes before recording this, I actually cut out, like, there's an extension, a browser extension called Block, BLAWWWK or something like that. And it's this thing where it blocks out certain websites. And I've blocked out a lot of websites that don't serve me anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, websites that I was kind of addicted to for many wrong reasons. Like Instagram, for example, just endless scrolling. YouTube, for example, endless scrolling. TikTok, I don't go on often, but if I find myself scrolling endlessly again, I'll definitely block out TikTok. But honestly, it's quite nice not having to worry about TikTok or, I don't know. What am I trying to say? Not having to worry about being addicted, in a sense, to the internet, I guess. And not being worried about wasting so much time on just scrolling through videos that you're just gonna forget in like 2 minutes after finishing. Like, whenever I used to scroll for like hours, I would feel just dead inside. You know, when you wake up after a nap and you have no idea what's going on? I felt like that, but I didn't get any sleep. Like, what was the whole point of that? You know what I mean? And this morning, well, I guess yesterday, was my breaking point. Like, I just could not exist in the same world as myself with a YouTube addiction. I just can't. It doesn't make me feel good. It is honestly damaging in a lot of ways. So I put YouTube on that browser extension, and if I know I can't avoid YouTube forever, and for some videos I'll be happy to go on YouTube for, but if I'm just going on because I'm bored or just to get a quick fix, like, what's the point of that? You know what I mean? There's so many better things that I could be doing with my time. And I do listen to podcasts. Like the I've Had It podcast with Angie Pumps Sullivan and Jennifer Welch. I love that podcast so much. It's awesome. And the Leave It on the Dance Floor podcast with Abby Lee Miller. I love dance moms. I could do a whole ramble video just about dance moms. Maybe I will actually. But yeah, podcasts are most certainly not addicting. I mean, I guess they can be if you consume them too much, but for me at least, they're not addicting. Especially because the ladies at I've Had It talk about political stuff a lot. Like, that is certainly not something that I want to be privy to, if that makes sense. I really don't like hearing about the state of the world. I just want to live my life not in worry, but in peace. And I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. So, I've been quite interested in Abby Lee Miller's podcast. I listened to that while working out actually this morning, and it was quite nice. I, for one, don't take issue with Abby Lee Miller. I know a lot of people do, which I respect that. I know she is certainly not the greatest person in the world. She's certainly done a lot of things that have hurt some people, but it's been a long time, and I feel like cancel culture just goes a bit too far. And if we cancel every celebrity, like, the entertainment industry would just have nobody in it anymore. And humans are flawed. Humans are going to make mistakes. And, of course, it's up to the, I guess, general populace to hold them accountable. But it's not our responsibility to make them change. And some people just don't change, but they are good at TV. So you gotta respect that. You don't have to respect them, but you have to respect the fact that they're entertaining. On the subject of, like, cancel culture and just the media, I have had it with a certain someone being on the news. Actually, three people being on the news 24/7, talking about their life, their prison stuff. Okay, I don't want to say his name because I feel like his name should never be spoken of again, but it's a certain someone who's in the news cycle right now, who has died, who had an island or something. I have no idea. And honestly, I should have no idea. But thank you to the people on the news who cannot stop talking about him. See, I don't know much about anybody's situation, but I feel like the news should instead be uplifting and, yes, talk about what happened, but also talk about how us as a society is going to move forward with situations of the past. I just feel like the news is so damaging and so wrong in a lot of ways. And it's just honestly not helpful. Like, okay, sure, tell us all about this musical artist's terrible existence. How he was terrible to women, how he was terrible to literally everyone. But, like, why do we need to know that? Say, like, the whole Me Too movement, say their names. Like, the experiences of the people who had to go through these atrocities, say their names. Educate the world on the importance of being a gracious human being and how to respect others. Because I feel like the news just, it almost promotes being just a scumbag, you know? It almost promotes just do this. Not necessarily do this, but like, this person is getting so much money, so much attention, because they've done terrible things. It doesn't make it right, and it doesn't make it fair, but that's what's happening, because that is what will get people talking. That is what will get people to spend money on their news network. And I've had it. I've had it. Anyway, that is my stance on the news cycle. Especially the 24-hour news cycle. Who needs news for 24 hours? Huh? Why? If you want to watch the news, go look it up. Like, we have phones. We have ways of, like, getting the news. Like, show something else on TV. Anyway, I have very unhappy thoughts about news. But I'm not going to get into it anymore, because I feel like I will just get angry. What else is there to talk about? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take a breather and just maybe you can enjoy a little bit of Minecraft ambiance as I regain my composure, get my blood pressure down a little bit, because I'm heated right now. Maybe get some circulation back to my arms because they are tingling right now. think that's long enough of me talking about nothing. It's a long walk back, but that's okay. Let's talk about Minecraft for a bit, shall we? In this game, I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten many diamonds. We've been mining for quite a long time. I feel like we should make a sign. Maybe we can make a sign out of cobblestone or something. Oh. Oh yeah. Hmm. Sure, that works. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's keep going. Actually, do I want to go that way? Not really. What else is there to talk about? I'll, okay. Now you'll get the Minecraft ambiance. But I'm gonna think about what there is to talk about. Honestly, I there was no thoughts during that time. No thoughts. Head empty. Wow. I'm very bad at dodging. Alright. Come on. Give me one more diamond, please. Hmm. Alright. If you've made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you. We're at 220 subscribers right now, which is honestly amazing. I'm very thankful for all of you. I'm very much like an analytics kind of person. I don't want to I don't know, beat myself up over not getting enough views or a video not doing well, but they are thoughts that come into my head because I know I've talked about this before, but there is an art to, I guess, getting on the good side of the YouTube algorithm. And it's much easier for smaller channels who don't have videos recommended to a bunch of people already. Like, it's pretty much a blank slate, which is good. It's good to have good ideas and be successful with it, doing well. But here's the thing. Not to dog on anyone else, but it really sucks how the YouTube algorithm works. A lot of people who put good effort into their YouTube videos don't get rewarded the same way as my first ASMR video recorded with an iPhone camera and the default Apple headphones with the little white strip microphone thing. You know what I mean? YouTube rewards the not amateur, but YouTube rewards the people who don't know how much effort gets put into making good content. And I find that quite sad because it takes a long time, especially if you found the wrong footing, like I did, to get established. You have to, especially for ASMR, I don't know how it is with actual YouTube, because I don't really follow a lot of actual YouTube content. I mean, I do, but nothing really new. I mainly just stick to my regular subscribers. And I would be more than happy to name drop them at a later time, but not right now. Or subscribers? I meant subscriptions. You know what I mean. But for ASMR at least, it's quite hard to tell who is watching for you and who is watching for your content. the analytics do help with that. Like, I know there are returning viewers for every video, and if you are one of them, I appreciate you so much. And honestly, it's kind of hard to believe. Maybe I just haven't done a good enough job with being one with my community that I've built, you know? And if you find that is the case, I apologize. I really do. And if you find that is not the case, well, I'm sure nobody would complain about me being more vocal, me being more, what's the word? Engaging. I just need to do a bit of research on what exactly good engagement looks like for an ASMR YouTuber. Because there are things that I will and will not do, like roleplays. I don't know about roleplays. I mean, I like roleplays, certain ones. It takes a certain kind of person. Like, I guess I'll name drop. ASMR Nirvana. I love his channel. He makes some really good ASMR videos. He puts a lot of effort. And his eye exam and haircut, what's it called? Roleplays are quite nice, especially his, because those are his soft-spoken ones. But even his regular ASMR videos are quite nice. Like his positive affirmations, that's kind of what started my ASMR enjoyment, was actually Heather Feather. Classic. She's like one of the OGs ASMR artists. Her circling around, I think it was positive affirmations. I can't remember for sure. But whatever it was quite nice. And I know this is a gaming channel, and I do a lot of different games. But, you know, as I said, with the algorithm, if there aren't enough people who click on your videos, they're not going to be recommended to people. Which is devastating. Because a lot of people want to do things for them, which I fully support. But they don't get rewarded in the way that somebody who puts a lot of effort into things that the algorithm may not favor. I don't know where my sentence was with that, but you know what I'm trying to say. YouTube does not favor those who do what they want to do. And I don't think there's ever been a video where I haven't been 100% on board with doing. Like, I love all of the videos that I do, and I would not make a video that I'm not happy or excited to do. I won't do it. I would love to take suggestions of videos that are, or of games that are at a decent price that I would be interested in. But in terms of like maintaining, I guess, the status quo with what's popular right now, that just doesn't interest me at all. Like, I'm a gamer, not as much as some people, but I'm a gamer. I'm a researcher. I'm an artist. And I want to incorporate things that I enjoy doing into my ASMR. Because the whole reason why I make these videos is to bring joy to people in playing games and just having a good time, just chatting to people who want to listen. And the retention rates on my videos is really not great. Like, I think less than 5% of my viewers actually watch until the end of the video, which for ASMR, I guess it's different because just of the nature of the subject. But it is slightly disheartening to see a video that you know you've put a lot into, and you know that you had a good time making, and that people would have a good time watching, but it just doesn't do well because of, I don't know, the thumbnail, the title. Like, I think this August marks the 2-year anniversary of my channel. I don't know when, but it is that time of the month. Well, I guess it is the month. And, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm an expert. I'm no expert. I don't know how to, like, trick the algorithm or, you know, play into what people want to see. I'll never say I'm a master at that. But I do my best with what I like doing. And for me, that's enough. But it is still disheartening to see, I guess, not failure, but to see something not work in your favor. And I know that's probably a universal experience. Like, as I said before, I'm very much a perfectionist, and when things don't go my way, in the sense that I know the outcome, or I know my desired outcome, and I'll still have nothing to get it, when that doesn't work out, it just feels like a slap in the face. And it's something that I need to work on for sure. But it's part of the human experience. And everyone deals with things differently. And I'm certainly not complaining about my experience on YouTube and the people who have subscribed to my channel. I'm very, very thankful. Don't get me wrong. But I guess I wonder what I can do to take my content to the next level? Do I need to start being a maestro at editing? Do I need to start showing my face and wearing sleeveless shirts? Because that sells, no tea, no shade. I mean, all tea, all shade, but whatever. I don't know. I think that answer will come with practice. And I know I should have a lot of practice by now, but my portfolio of things that I do is quite diversified in terms of gaming, and I don't have time for everything, unfortunately. Like, right now, the main contenders are Minecraft, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, and it's kind of it. I tend not to focus on other games. I do have Security Breach that I have, and I have Security Breach that I have, yes. I have Stellaris. It's a game, space game. I don't think I'm gonna play that though. I have... What other games do I have? I actually don't know. I mean, I guess I have Diamond Caves, but it's kind of a game that you just play by yourself. I did make a video on it before, but I don't know. Again, with the YouTube algorithm. It's fun, but is it worth it? That's the question. But anyway, I've been recording for quite some time, huh? Again, if any of you have gotten to this point in the video, I appreciate you so much. It just... I think it's good to be self-aware, and I'm very aware that I've been out of touch, that I've just been going through the motions without really thinking of what I want to do, what people want to see, and it's not right of me in terms of, I guess, where I want to be with this channel. Like, I want to be involved. I want to pander to the audience that has come to watch me play games, and not to the people that watch my videos once for like 3 minutes just because of a flashy thumbnail. I think that makes sense. So, if you have any recommendations on things I should do, on things you want to see, on things you don't want to see, please let me know. I will be more than happy to receive your feedback and apply it. One thing I've been thinking about is if I should start editing my videos, because one thing I hate doing, and I'm sure you could guess, is wasting my time. And I feel like editing, if you don't have to edit, is a complete waste of time. A video like this, there are going to be no edits at all. To me, I don't see a point in that. Like, what exactly is there to edit? I don't know. It's just Minecraft, and the whole point of ASMR videos is that they're supposed to be long form, they're supposed to be relaxing, and not full of flashy cuts and flashy edits and stuff like that. Even for YouTube videos, it's not a genre of YouTube that I particularly enjoy. Like, especially for Minecraft videos, I just cannot watch the types of videos that are like, that link up the beat of the player placing a block to a song from a no copyright library. Like, I respect the editing, I respect it, but it's just not for me. And obviously that's not like an ASMR thing to do, but I'm just rambling. This is kind of the whole point of these. But yeah, if you'd like to see some editing, let me know. And I'll definitely ponder what style of editing I should do. Like, should I just do cuts, or should I like flash some photos on the screen or something like that? I don't know. But if you want to see something, let me know. And if I've mentioned anything that you'd like to see that I haven't mentioned, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Do tell me as well, because I'm very keen on bettering what I do for the sake of my loyal viewers and new viewers that have not yet seen my channel that might be interested in watching a video that I haven't done yet, if that makes sense. Like, if an edited video would bring me a viewer that would stick around, sure. That would make me more than happy. I love making people feel at peace, making people feel at home, and that they can just take a breath and relax and not have to worry about the world, because the world is not a kind place. And Minecraft is a game where you can just mine for an hour and 15 minutes and just listen to somebody talk for however long and have it be, if not entertaining, then mundane, but have it be mind numbing. Just something to put on in the background when you're, I don't know, writing a diary entry or reading a fiction novel. Something like that. Yeah. We're already here. Okay. We're gonna need to leave some stuff behind. Alright. But all in all, I really hope that you enjoyed this video of me rambling about life. I know it is quite different than what I usually do, because I usually just talk about whatever game I'm playing and just, talk about nothing really. But I wanted to just do something where I can talk about something meaningful and maybe have it stick to someone. Alright. Let's head back up, shall we? That sign I made was very helpful. Yes, deep breath, everybody. And I don't know if I've mentioned this already, it's been a long hour and 15 minutes. It's already 12 p.m. But if you have any suggestions that I haven't said already, I'd be more than happy to hear them. And if you are a long time or a viewer that watches for me, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. And if you want to see any, not personalized, but any more videos of what you want to see, then comment them. I would be more than happy to. Can I be completely honest? I did not know that it rained in this version. I would be more than happy to make a video on something that you want to see. Given everything else I've already said today, but jeez. Thank you, sheep, for completely devastating the land. Okay, these sheep are not worth it. Alright, let's get back in the house. let's see what we got here today. Got 41-ish plus 64 plus 37, 39 gold, a bunch of cobblestone, a stack and a quarter of lapis, around 4 stacks of coal, 15 diamonds, 51 redstone. Ooh, that's satisfying. I think it blew up my minecart too. It's rude. Alright, I think I can make... What the heck was that? I'm gonna make a shovel quickly. I find rain in Minecraft so peaceful. It's awesome. I guess we could smelt up this fish as well. Yeah. The end of this video is just going to be me just taking a chill pill from the last hour and a bit and just doing whatever. Oh, stopped raining and it's gonna be a sunrise. Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. Can we end it on the roof actually? Might be able to. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great, great, great night. Bye bye.